Hi, I'm reading you your next bedtime story. This is Winston. He wants to say hi. Say hi. Hi, kids. Hi, hi, hi. All right. So I'm reading to you from The Earth Dragon Awakes. 6 a.m., Wednesday, April 18th, 1906. Chin and Ah Sing's tenement, Chinatown. Chin and his father dig in the darkness. He hopes they are digging out of the rubble. His arms ache. He is covered with cuts and bruises. Dust chokes his mouth and throat. He feels as if he cannot even breathe. The earth has swallowed them up. Fire! People cry from above. He feels the thumping of running feet. He screams, "Let me out!" His father stops digging and wraps his arms around him. Don't panic. But fear twists inside Chin like a snake. He is so dry he cannot even cry. He just lies there. His fingernails are broken. His fingers are bleeding. They will never escape. He thinks about his mother. She won't know how they died. Suddenly a breeze brushes his face like a soft hand. He smells fresh air. He forgets his pain. He forgets he is tired. He scrapes at the wreckage, but he can make only a narrow tunnel. It is barely big enough for him. Don't worry about me, urges his father. Save yourself. I'll get help, Chin promises. You're the important one, his father says. Chin crawls up through the passage, leaving his father behind. He would be scared to be left alone in the darkness. Until now, he didn't realize how brave his father is, or how much he loves Chin. Chin's hands break into the open. They flap frantically like the wings of a scared bird. There's someone alive, a man shouts in Chinese. All Chin can do is croak in answer. Above him, he hears feet. Someone starts to dig. Boards and bricks and plaster chunks thump to the side. Blindly, Chin helps his rescuer widen the hole. Strong hands grip his wrists. He feels himself rising until he sees Ah Kwan's big grinning face. You're the biggest turnip I ever pulled up, Ah Kwan laughs in relief. He hauls Chin onto the rubble. Chin has only one thought on his mind. Father, he gasps and points below him. As Ah Kwan digs for his father, Chin manages to spit out the plaster dust. Then he tears at the debris too. 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., Wednesday, April 18th, 1906, the Travis's Block, Sacramento Street area. Henry's father organizes the rescuers. First, they find a ladder and get the Smiths out of their home. Then, Mr. Travis leads everyone to the collapsed house. Sawyer jumps from Henry's arms. His dog barks excitedly at one spot. Henry crouches on the rubble. The Rossies' voices sound faint inside the ruins. Hurriedly, the rescuers lift away bricks and boards and plaster. Henry ties Sawyer to an iron fence with a rope. Then he helps his father and mother go through the wreckage. Everyone freezes when the ground starts to shake again. A brick falls from a nearby building. When the trembling stops, they look around nervously. Mr. Travis calms everyone. We don't have time to be scared. There's too much to do. He ignores the danger and starts to dig. Henry thought that Marshall Earp was brave, but no outlaw was as deadly as nature. This is an even bigger battle, and his father doesn't back down. He joins his father. Mrs. Travis is right by him. Soon everyone is digging again. These are ordinary people Henry sees every day. They're acting just like heroes, he says to his mother. Mrs. Travis throws a brick to the side. You can't judge a book by its cover, she says. Henry works until his back aches. He stands up for a moment to rest. To the south, a plume of black smoke rises high in the air and then curls like a question mark. I think there's a fire. Don't worry, says his father. We have the best fire department in the world. My house, one of the other neighbors cries. Smoke rises from his house 3 doors down. The firemen will be here soon, Mr. Travis insists, but he sends Mr. Smith to the nearest firehouse. Then he splits the rescuers into groups. Some stay with him to dig through the rubble. Others form a bucket brigade. Water spills from the broken water main. That is the big pipe that supplies water to the houses on the street. They fill buckets with water, then they pass each bucket along to the head of the line, who throws the water on the flames. Another line passes the empty pails back. The searchers finally find the Rossies under their heavy oak bed. Though it's broken, it has protected them. My father cut the tree down and made it himself, Mr. Rossi says. His arm is broken. His wife has a bad cut on her forehead. It bleeds a lot. Mr. Travis flags down a surrey. He asks the driver of the little carriage to take the couple to the hospital. I'm busy, says the driver. But they need a doctor, Mr. Travis argues. Do I look like a charity? The driver laughs. We'll walk there on our own, Mr. Rossi says, and stumbles to his feet. But Mr. Rossi is very old. Henry doubts that he will get farther than a block. I'll pay you to take them, his father says. The driver scowls. $50. That's robbery, his father splutters. The driver shrugs. I don't know what hospitals are still standing. I might have to drive a long way. Mr. Travis takes the money from his wallet. It is all that he has. They help the Rossis into the surrey and watch them drive away. Trouble brings out the worst in some people, grumbles Mr. Travis. Trouble brings out the best in people too, Mrs. Travis adds. She points at the bucket brigade. All right, we will stop right there. Hope you have a good night's sleep.